Hello everyone, today I'm going to introduce you Redis. After that we will look at a simple example and I will try to explain it simple and briefly. So what is Redis? Redis is an open source in-memory data structure store used as a database, cache, message broker and streaming engine. Redis provides data structures such as string, hash, list, set and so on. Redis has built-in replication, loss scripting, LRU eviction, transactions, and different levels of on-disk persistence. So what is the advantages of Redis? First one is performance. All Redis data is kept in memory, and this provides low latency and high throughput data access. Unlike traditional databases, in-memory data stores don't need to go to disk and hence infrastructure latency drops to sub-microseconds. In this way, in-memory data stores can support an incomparably large number of transactions and shorter response times. The result is blazing fast performance with average read and write operations of less than 1 millisecond and support for milliseconds of operations per second. Flexibility or flexible data types. Unlike other key-value data stores that offer limited data structures, Redis has a wide variety of data structures to suit the needs of your applications. Here are some basic data types for Redis: string, hash, list, set. Advantages of Redis. Third one is simplicity and easy of use. Redis allows you to write traditional complex code with fewer and simpler lines. With Redis, you write fewer lines of code for data storage, access, and use in your applications. For example, you can move data into a data store with a single line of code, using the Redis hash data structure. Popular use cases for Redis: real-time analytics, user session store, real-time data ingest, high-speed transaction, notifications, and so on. We will try to explain it briefly. First one is caching. Redis is a great option for highly available in-memory cache implementation to reduce data access latency, improve performance, and lighten the load on your application. Redis can deliver frequently requested items in sub-millisecond response times, allowing you to easily scale for higher payloads without upgrading the costly backend. Second use cases is chat messaging and queues. Redis supports high-performance chat rooms, real-time comment feeds, social media feeds, and server-to-server communication. The Redis list data structure makes it easy to implement a simple queue. Lists offer blocking features as well as atomic operations, making them suitable for a variety of applications that need a reliable message broker or circular list. And third one is game leaderboard. Third use cases. Redis is a popular option among game developers who want to create real-time leaderboards. Just use the Redis sorted set data structure, which ensures the uniqueness of the items when sorting the list by user scores. Let's take a look at some examples in .NET. I will try to explain it shortly.
Hello everyone, let's open Visual Studio. I prepared a small project before. It's ASP.NET Core project. We have case service, which is derived from iCache service. Here are some functions: get data, set data, and remove data, basic functions. We have database instance, which is derived from Redis packages. And also, I want to show you dependencies. To use Redis, we have to implement Entity Framework design package, tools package, Stack Exchange Redis package, and finally Redis package. Database coming from Redis Stack Exchange. And we have constructor here. We just connect to localhost 6379 port. And it started when we run the project. Here we implemented this get data, remove data, and set data functions. Basic things. Var value, database string get k. If it's not null, return JSON serializer deserialized value, or return default. Remove data. If it exists, return database k delete. If it does not exist, return false. And finally, last method, set data. We have k and value and the expiration date. Okay. Let's go to core layer and to features, command and query, create user and get user by ID. Firstly, I want to introduce you this project. We have some basic properties for user. And I used clean architecture principles, also known as onion architecture. Project has some dependencies I showed you. Firstly, we have to create Redis instance. To do this, I'm going to open Docker application. But I want to introduce you Docker. Docker is an open source platform that enables developers to build, deploy, run, update, manage containers. Standardized executable components that combine application source code with the operating system libraries and dependencies. So if we want to run it from command line, we have to run this line, docker run name. We give it a name, my first Redis. Port number it could be changed for your computer. And this. But I already run this code before and it's created. So I don't wanna run it again. I just wanna run it from here. Let's run. It's now running, as you can see here. Status running. So, firstly, create user. But also I want to mention that we have a SQL database. I already connected from, how can I see? 1 minute. Yes. Services app, DB context, options SQL server, configuration. It's not a big deal. Here we have to show you Redis, create user. Here we have IK service instance, and in constructor we implemented it. Okay, service. Where do we know services? Microservice. And as you can see, microservice, cache service, dependency injection. When we call microservice, it gives us cache service. Let's open create user handler. First, entity user, existing user. Is it coming from user repository? If existing user is not null, throw user already created. These all are not important. For us, here is important. We have to give an expire time. Here is 30 seconds. You can change it if you want. Cache service, set data entities. This is the key. This is the value. And this is the expire time, as you can see. We added the user which is already created, just created, with user and user ID as a key, and value is object, user object. When we want to get the user from the API, here, as you can see, there is IK service implementation. It's the same as create user. First, we have to check the Redis case service get data user and user ID as a key. If it is not null, we just return. But it is not. We have to go to our first DB to SQL server and to get user, we have to run this code line. And then case service set data, user ID and user expiry time, as I mentioned before. And we just added the user to the Redis container and then return the user. Let's run this project. Let's create a user. And then execute. Here we have response body, which is 200. So it's okay. There is no problem. And ID is 5. I created 4 different users before. And then get the user with ID 5. Execute. As you can see, Buğra Toker, cache, email, cache. I just added the cache to distinct which is the cache value, which is the database value. I want to show you. Here, return new get user ID view model, cache data email plus cache plus cache. And if it's not coming from here, I just returned default name. So how do we know? I want to get for ID. Here, as you can see, Buğra Toker, Buğra Toker. But if I execute again, there will be cache here because it's in Redis cache right now when I get it. Yes, Buğra Toker cache, Buğra Toker cache. It's coming fastly. Thank you for listening to me.